Welcome back. My name is Ron, and today I'm going to talk to you about a topic that's really hit me a day or two ago, and that is the difference and how to be alone without being lonely. How do you stop feeling lonely? So, first off, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you're updated on the videos that I put out. Um, and so we're just going to go ahead and get started. You see, when this really comes to the surface, like if you've ever been in a relationship and it ended, and almost immediately you're looking for, to get into another one. Yeah, I've done this too. And so, what this is, it's a good opportunity to identify, what in you needs to be fixed. So, when you're feeling lonely, it really is about a lack of self-validation, meaning you're looking for approval outside of yourself. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. You see, lonely is it's like a state of being. It's a constant reminder that, you're without anyone else. And while even if you're in a relationship, there will be times, brief times, where you'll be out doing your own thing, running errands or whatnot, and you're alone, and that doesn't bother you. But now it's like this label has been removed. You were in a relationship, and it has this label of approval, and now you're not, and at the same time it has this label of disapproval. And these labels really are conditions of society. They always paint pictures how, the happiest people are always those who are in relationships. And as it so happens, there's such a massive market next to relationship, you know, merchandise. Imagine that, they say it's so important, and it's like, oh, look at all the stuff you can buy for your relationship. But it is so important, and now buy our stuff. It goes deeper than that. It's like conditioning from like thousands and thousands of years as well. But this is about the here and now. So it's like when you're alone, it just means that you're not in a relationship. You're not actually alone. You can look around anytime and find people somewhere. It's just that you don't have that, you know, like that really connect that label really, because as if anybody here has been in relationships that have been great and you've been in some that suck, and you're not always very close to the person you're in a relationship with. I've been in relationships where it's like I'm like, I don't even want to talk to this person. Yeah, seriously, it's like that was a strange one for me. And I was in another relationship that was like, I can't, get enough of this person. And I'm not just talking physically, I'm talking about like being around them, sharing ideas with them, having discussions, um, intelligent discussions. Some, for me, it's like for someone who can actually hold an intelligent discussion is a cut above the rest, because there's so many people who can't do it. They're not able to. But what it really comes down to, if you're lonely, believe me, I know, I've been there, and you're not really sure how to stop being lonely. You see, lonely is a conditioning. And to get over that conditioning, you're going to need to, first off, reprogram, just like a computer. And I'm going to go into a whole video series about how to do this, called How to Heal Yourself. But this one's specifically about loneliness. And first off, you need to reprogram yourself, because when you're lonely, you're really not loving yourself. It doesn't mean you have to hate yourself. You're just not loving yourself. Because if you were looking for validation outside of yourself, that means you're not getting it from within. Because whatever you're getting it from within, and whatever you're getting from yourself, you're not looking outside of yourself. Take a moment and think about that for a second. If you were looking for, some kind of product, you're out there buying it, right? You're out there buying groceries, for instance. But what if you created that yourself? You wouldn't be out there buying groceries anymore, because you'd be creating it yourself instead. So you're looking for a specific thing, And whether it comes from another person or from yourself, it doesn't really matter, as far as filling that desire, that need. But what it's best is if it does come from yourself, because when it comes from you, you're never apart from yourself. You can't leave yourself. Believe me, some people try. I've tried at times, and you can't do it. You're always with yourself no matter what. So that is the best place to get validation from, is yourself, because you can never ever leave yourself. That's the one person in this entire world that will never ever abandon you, because you can't. No matter what you try, it's like you cannot abandon yourself. It's just impossible. Even when you're asleep, you're with yourself. You're going through dreamscape, as yourself. So that's the best place to get it. You validate yourself, you approve of yourself, and you do so by reprogramming yourself. And you don't need to know specifically what beliefs are limiting you, because you can just use blanket terms in order to get at them. It's like when a fisherman casts a net, he's not, doesn't have a net specifically aimed at salmon. He has a net that literally scoops everything. And that's really the idea. And I'm going to have a video series about how to exactly reprogram yourself as well. But, validate yourself. Approve of yourself. And when you do that, you may be alone, but you don't feel lonely. And there's another part to this. You can validate yourself, and that's great, and that's absolutely what you need to do, whether you're in a relationship or not. But you also need to get, engrossed in your own life. And that means get busy in your own life. Get, excited about what you're doing. Get focused on what you're doing. If you're doing something that's freaking boring to you, that's not going to work. You need to be doing something that, makes you jump out of the bed in the morning thinking, hell yeah, it's like another day for me. I'm going to be doing this, and this, and it's going to be great. See, that's a kind of excitement that I'm talking about. Once you're like that, you might stop every so often and think about, I haven't really thought about so-and-so in a while. I don't really feel lonely at the moment. Or maybe you're like, damn, I wish I had someone here to share these exciting times with. But you know what it is? If you're busy in your own life, if you're excited about your own life, you became a magnet for other people. They can feel that off of you. People do pick up on each other's emotions. It's a natural reaction. So when you're excited about your own life, when you're excited about what you're doing, you're going to talk about it. People are going to hear your excitement. They're going to want to, be around that it's attractive. The most attractive thing in the entire world as far as personality traits is confidence. That is the most attractive thing. Hands down across the board, whether you're a man or a woman. It's confidence. If you're confident in what you're doing, if you're confident in yourself, if you're confident about who you are, people will be flying at you because they can't help it. It's like you're so, because most people are not confident. Most people hate their lives. Most people, like ask some people some questions. Hey man, how's it going? Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. That means it's bad, but not too bad. What kind of response is that? Try this out. You're gonna be shocked at how often this comes up. Hey, how's it going? It's okay. Okay. What's okay? Okay means sucks, doesn't really matter. Just another day, another it's another one, another day, another dollar. Yeah, these are all like little remarks about how their life sucks. And then and I go out sometimes and I'll test this, and when I go out and be like, someone just randomly like maybe at a cash register where it's like, how's it going? And or I'll ask it first, like, hi, it's like, hey, how's it going? And they'll be like, not too bad, and they'll ask me, how's it going? And I'm like, it's freaking awesome. You should see this. They stop and they're like stunned and like, wow, that's great. I mean, they can't even believe the response, because the normal response people give them is like, it's okay, not too bad, just another day. And I'm like, it's freaking awesome. It's wonderful. And it really throws them off. So that's really how you do it. That's how I did it. And I'm not going to say that there isn't a time when I'm like, it would really be really awesome if I had another person here to share this with, to share this journey with, to share this excitement with. But that's different than being like, oh, I need another person. I can't stand being alone. I can't stand being with myself. That's codependency, and that's one of the most, you know, like, that if confidence is the most attractive trait, codependency is a trait that's going to send people flying away from you the fastest. Absolutely. It's like the polar opposite of confidence, because you're seeking validation. You're seeking it almost like you're seeking air. It's like, I need this. Yeah, when you need this, people are like repulsed by it. They're like, you need this? You're trying to take mine? And they run away from you. So, once again, if you want to stop being lonely while being alone, reprogram. Yeah, that's number one, because you got to get in there and get those, limiting beliefs, and you may not know what they are, but that's okay, because you're gonna have to blanket them, and I'll be in that next series talking about that, exactly how to do that. Next up, get excited about your life. If you're doing something that disgusts you, you're doing something that bores the crap out of you, start doing something that excites you. One day you're gonna die. I'm gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. Don't be on your deathbed spouting off the number one regret. And I made a video about this as well. The number one regret, like people have on their deathbed, is, I wish I had lived a life true to myself. Because when the end comes, you're not going to have all those people you try to please right now, they ain't going to be around you. All those bosses you try to please, they ain't going to be there. The only person you're going to really truly be there with is yourself. And don't go to the deathbed with like a mountain of regrets. Go to the deathbed with as little regrets as humanly possible. So, get the validation from yourself. Reprogram first. Get the validation from yourself. Get excited about your life. If you're not excited about your life, start being excited about your life. Start doing things maybe in your spare time that make you excited. What's your hobbies? What do you like gets you up and jumps out of your bed and like, hell yeah, I got this day for me. This day's all about me. What am I gonna do? How many people am I gonna help today by doing something I'm passionate about? What do you got going on? And if you ain't got anything going on, get something going on. Get something excited. And if anyone gets in your way, tells you can't do this, throw them out of your way. Get rid of those fools, because they ain't worth a damn to you anyway. No matter what label they have on them, no matter who they are. They either get on your gravy train to success, they either get on that, all aboard to that train to U-Town, or they need to get the hell out of the way, because, if they're holding you back, if they're trying to put the brakes on you being the best you, they gots to go. I don't give a damn who the hell they are. They could be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, your children. They have to get out of your way. They're either on your train to a better life, or they need to get out of the way so you can get moving. Maybe they can jump on later when they see you got success coming your way, when you're making those moves for yourself, and they feel excited about that confidence. They feel excited about that perseverance and that glow you got now that you're doing what you need to do. But right now, if they're in your way, get them out of your way. Let them on later if they're worth letting on. But for now, no distractions, no obstacles. Push them out of the way. You'll thank yourself later for this. So, my next series will be about how to heal yourself. And until next time, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.